Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I'm going to be talking about my Monday Night Raw, or my final Monday Night Raw of 2022. This was an awesome episode and perfect way to end Monday Night Raw. So we started off with the Street Profits versus the Judgment Day, which was an awesome match, 5 stars match, back and forth. And this match could have gone to either man. This win could have went to Judgment Day or the Street Profits, but this was a good match. So, definitely 5 star, but the winner of this match was the Street Profits. And then afterwards, we got into. Now, let me tell y'all, I'm not really big on intergender matches where men and women. I'm not. But if it's done right, I like it. If it's done right, I will like it. But this one, they done it right, and I loved it. Rhea Ripley versus Akira Tozawa or Tazaki, whatever his name. But this was an awesome match. Now I was rooting on Rhea Ripley to win. I didn't see Kazawa to winning, but this was an awesome match. This definitely was going into category of um, the entertainment side of WWE. This was definitely the sports entertainment kind of a match, which I enjoy. I enjoy both. I enjoy the wrestling side and the entertainment side. So yeah. But yeah. How the match started is like the Zero just throws something in Dominic, either water or something. I'm guessing it's water, and helped Street Profits pick up the win. And then Rhea was like, "You gonna touch my man? No one touched my man. Bitch, get your ass in this fucking ring. I'ma show you what happened when you touch my Dom Dom. No one touched Dom Dom but me. And I'm not talking in that kind of way." So she was just standing up for her boyfriend. Storyline wise, yeah. But I think they would have made a cute couple if in real life. You know, something. But no, they're just dating storyline wise. But they would have made a good couple. So yeah, so Rhea Ripley won, and this was a good match. 5 star. This was a very entertaining match. Very entertaining. And then we went from the OC versus Judgment Day. Oh my God, no, not Judgment Day. The OC versus Alpha Academy. This was a good. Um, I mean, I didn't watch the match. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't. But I watched what happened after the Usos. After the OC picked up the win from Alpha Academy, the Usos was just kicking ass, whooping everybody's ass. I guess the Usos. I guess Roman Reigns wants the Bloodline to make a statement to Kevin Owens and to John Cena that you think y'all run Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown? No, I do. So they were just beating up every guy that was in their way or something to make a statement. Basically, not to Kevin Owens, but I really think it was just towards John Cena. You think you can show up anytime, any place. No, that's me. I do that. So that's what the Usos was doing. The Bloodline was doing, just showing up and just whooping everybody ass, and you know, kicking ass and taking names too. But kicking ass first and taking names. They wasn't taking names and kicking ass. No, they were kicking ass and taking names. They sure did. They sure did. And then afterwards, there was this interview with Bianca versus Alexa Bliss. I loved this interview. Bianca's like, "Girl, what's up? Like, bitch, what the fuck was that last week? What the fuck is this? Like, come on, like, I get." And then Alexa was just explaining about Bray Wyatt and their relationship and how, he got control of her or something. Or like every time she's around Bray, he makes her do bad stuff. And Bianca was like, "I understand that. I understand. I empathetic. But like, you didn't have to do that with me. You know, me of all people. That's basically, if people wasn't understanding what Bianca was basically saying, basically Bianca was like, girl, like, I get what the whole Bray Wyatt did to you, but like, you could have just, we can just straight up had like a good ass match. You know, we're friends, and so like, as a friend, like as friends, you know, you could have just like bring that like competition, like that. You know, like I get it, it's for the Raw Women's Champion, but like, you don't have to play mind games or anything, or like you don't have to sneak attack me, or try to do something. Like, girl, we can just have like a good competitive match, you know. So like, basically, she was basically saying, Alexa, you just need to get yourself under control. Whatever Bray Wyatt doing to you, you can either stop listening to him or whatever, just whatever, but don't, the girl, just get control of yourself. Understand who you are. And let's just have a good 5-star match. A good 5-star competitive match. And then Alexa got a little bit defensive when Bianca brought up Bray. Like, because was like, Bianca was like, whoa, girl, why are you defending him? Like, you were just explaining why. You just explained what Bray Wyatt does to you, and now you're defending him. Okay. Okay. And so, yeah, Alexa got a little bit defensive about that. Got defensive that she mentioned Bray Wyatt, mentioned his name. And she's like, well, you don't need to mention Bray. I can. I'm the only one who can mention Bray. You don't. Okay? Bray Wyatt is not a threat. I'm a threat to your championship. I'm be the one that you need to be focusing on. You don't need to be talking about Bray. And then then Byron Saxton was entering the interview. He's like, oh, okay, well, ladies, thank you for your time. And he was basically explaining, in 2 more weeks, January the 2nd, 2023, Bianca and Alexa is going to be having their Raw Women's Championship match in Bianca's hometown in Knoxville, Tennessee. I can't wait for that match. I think this match is either going to be in the opener or the main event of Knoxville. And then once the interview was over, Bianca's like, thank you for having me. And then the Bray Wyatt logo popped up on the television. And then Alexa grabbed this the glass grabbed the glass the flower pot vase that was the glass type, and smashed it over Bianca. I'm like, oh shit! Like, damn. Like, is Bianca like, damn? I'm like, Bianca, are you like somebody help this woman? Like, shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, damn, Alexa's getting fucking dark. Like, you sure this is some fucking Bray Wyatt shit? Or is she mad that she brought up Bray Wyatt, and then the logo popped up? Like what the fuck? So I'm excited for the match. So yeah, I'm excited for that match. And then the Bloodline was talking. I was listening. Then all I just see is AJ Styles jumping on Sammy, and then Adam Pearce. He was AJ was just frustrated. Was telling Adam Pearce like, I want a match with Sammy. Like, I don't care who it is. I want a match with Sammy Uso. And Adam's like, okay, you can have a match with Sammy Uso. I don't know if AJ was just mad because was frustrated, and then he just said Sammy Uso, and then Adam Pearce was just frustrated with the whole Bloodline thing. He just said Sammy Uso too. I'm like, did anyone catch that? Did anyone catch that? He said Sammy Uso, not Sami Zayn. Like, that shit was funny. And then they had a match, and that was a good ass match. That was a good 5-star match. The funny thing is, Sami Zayn won with the Blue Thunder Bomb, which is surprising because he never wins with the Thunder Bomb before. The Blue Thunder Bomb. He hits it but never wins with it. So I'm like, whoa, that's shocking. No, he went with the Honolulu kick. Well, he didn't hit the Honolulu kick. He hit the Blue Thunder Bomb in a good 5-star match. And then we had The Miz versus Dexter Lumis. Winner takes all match. I liked this match. I was rooting for The Miz. The Miz was like somebody I was rooting for. And then the good thing, The Miz did win. But the match was really good. I did like the match. Now, I don't know if this means that the storyline is continuing or this is the end, or I don't know. But here's another return. Bronson Reed. Okay, let me explain. Let me say this. He's another one. Didn't get no crowd reaction. If he did, it was barely. But he got no crowd reaction. People's like, who the fuck is that? Like, who is he? It's yeah. Now, some of the returns that Triple H brought back was good. But lately, some of them, people just didn't care about. People didn't care about Emma. She got no crowd reaction. Sarah Logan got no crowd reaction. Mia Yim barely got any. The OC in general, when it was just Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, they got a reaction. Now, was it like Cody Rhodes, Bray Wyatt? No. But it was like Johnny Gargano reaction. Mia Yim, no. Barely got any. She barely got any crowd reactions. Tegan Knox, she's someone that's didn't get no crowd reaction, but barely got any. And Bronson Reed, he kind of falls in that category as well. As another Triple H return that no one gave a fuck about. Let me just all say that. The ones lately I just named, no one gave a fuck about. Candice LeRae kind of falls in that category too, but she got a decent amount, but people still never... Candice LeRae wasn't somebody people asked to come back. So she kind of falls in that category. People didn't give a fuck. Did not give a fuck, but still got a decent enough reaction that the interviewer did say oh my god, how did you feel about the crowd? Because like I said, it was decent. Not like Johnny Gargano, not like OC, but it was decent. So yeah, Bronson Reed came back. No crowd reaction. If he got none, if he did got crowd, if y'all was there probably in live, he probably did get a reaction, but it was barely. So like I said, another Triple H return that no one gave no... Two things. No one asked to come back, or no one give a fuck. Them two. It was just them two. No one cared. No one asked. No one give a fuck. No, wait. No one didn't give a fuck. Didn't ask. Or, like I said, a lot of people didn't watch NXT. And so that could be another reason that no one really remembers. It's either they don't remember him or they don't know who he is. So like I said, the pandemic era was the lowest moments in wrestling history when it comes to, people watching wrestling at the time. Some did watch NXT. Some watched it Raw, some watched it SmackDown, some didn't. Some watched NXT and some didn't. So, yeah. So, the pandemic kind of suffered, and Bronson Reed was somebody who really shined who really shined in the NXT pandemic era, but he didn't really shine in 2019. Mm-mm. I don't think he even came in 2019, or I don't know, but he wasn't somebody that was like, wasn't. Bronson Reed wasn't a fan favorite. I mean, yeah, he was a popular babyface, but he wasn't over. He's not. He wasn't over with the entire NXT crowd. So, so that's another thing. And I don't think he's gonna. Maybe he's gonna get over as a heel, but I don't know. But he still wasn't over enough for fans like, oh my god, we want him to come back in WWE. Nah, nah, mm-mm. Um, but yeah, he coming back. I think he's coming back like as the Miz. I think he's coming back like as Johnny Gargano. I mean, not Johnny Gargano. Like Tommaso Ciampa until Tommaso Ciampa comes back from his neck injury. Don't know when that be. Probably next year, 2023. But yeah, like I knew who Bronson Reed was, but I was like, okay, okay, okay. I wasn't like, woo! I wasn't like, oh. I was like, oh, yes, 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 he's back. Nah, I was more like, but I wasn't like, who the fuck is he? But I wasn't like, why the fuck he come back? Nope, I was more like, don't care. Like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. Okay. Oh, he's on the main roster. Okay. Okay. Kind of like that. Um, yeah, so he's just another somebody that just fell in that Triple H returns fell in that cat like they not all returns is gonna be a hit. Some not all WWE returns is gonna be a hit. Some of them is gonna be a miss, but that's okay. Um, with Vince McMahon, kind of the same way, but then again, Vince McMahon didn't do a lot of returns, like fire and then have them brought back to the company. Their returns was more likely like they came from injury or something. That was his returns. So yeah, he was an he just fell under the returns of a miss. Selena Vega and Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, Selena Vega, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Karrion Cross, Hit Row, Legado del Fantasma. Well, they got called up, but Legado del Fantasma, Solo Sikoa, Johnny Gargano, Dexter Lumis was all a hit that brought back in the Triple H's era. In WWE, that was a hit that people wanted. If it's not wanted, but like was like, oh my god, they're back. They're back, or like we wanted them, or they missed them. Those kind of categories were like, finally they're on Raw and SmackDown. Finally, they got their big break. Finally, they're getting that TV time that they deserve. Kind of like that. That's all the categories. But the miss that the return, OC came back. All the returns that was a miss was Emma, Sarah Logan, Mia Yim, um, Tegan Knox, Bronson Reed. So he was in. He's in like he falls in the category of no one cared. And then we got the co-main event. Well, no, no. We had this the Seth Rollins and Austin Theory promo. This was a good promo from both men. A lot of insults, a lot of funny insults to each other. There was even that Austin Theory did a subtle hint that he may be facing John Cena at WrestleMania Hollywood when he said, "The champ is here." Fans was like, no, he did not. That was an indirection of John Cena, because John Cena's gonna be wrestling December the 30th, 2022, the end of the year. But that's also a dig at that Dawson Theory and John Cena WrestleMania match at Hollywood is more likely going to happen than John Cena versus Logan Paul. I mean, I would want to see that match, but like probably not now because that's not in my mind. My mind was more of like I want to see Austin Theory versus John Cena. So yeah, and then Seth Rollins was telling Austin Theory like you'll never beat me, and then basically Austin Theory was like, I'm not trying to be you. I never have and I never was. I don't know why you even saying that. You're just saying that because you really think about it, you're just the third famous, like you're the third person of the Shield that's famous. Basically taking a dig at that Roman and Dean Ambrose was the popular ones. Like, well, right now that's like very successful and things like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, Seth Rollins is successful too, but like because he's at that point where his career that like he's like he have still a lot of time in WWE. He still have a lot of things to do in WWE, but he's at his point ahead of his career that wins and loses doesn't matter to him. Like he can win matches, he can lose matches, cause he's at his like he's already a Grand Slam champion. What he need to prove, he already did it. Did he win the SmackDown Tag Team Champions? I don't know if he won SmackDown Tag Team Champion, but he won most majority of of the championships. He's a Grand Slam champion. Okay, so he already done everything in his career. Austin Theory is they're building Austin Theory up like the next John Cena. Um, the Rock, I mean Roman Reigns is built up like he's like the next Rock. Like even though Roman Reigns has his own lane, but like you can see that who they is like Roman Reigns is the Rock. If the Rock had a character like that, and maybe that he did, this what it would look like, you know. So yeah, good promo. That's when the Bloodline came out. Well, it came out of the things and like was trying to like was gonna jump Seth and Austin, but Austin was like, "Fuck you, Seth, I'm gone." And they have the United States Championship on January the 2nd, 2022. I mean 2023, next year. In 2 more weeks. And so this would gives me this would gives me that now either they're going to have Austin Theory win and then it'll be he holds on to that championship and then it'll be Austin Theory versus John Cena at WrestleMania Hollywood for the United States Championship, or um, Austin, or if Seth Rollins wins, it'll be like Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania Hollywood for the United States Championship. If Cody doesn't, I think Cody Rhodes is gonna come back at Royal Rumble, and he's one of the top picks to win the Royal Rumble. But if he doesn't win, it'll be Seth versus Cody. So I do see that. And so this is also a way that um, I I think the Royal Rumble matches that's confirmed. Like I think Bianca's gonna win in her hometown against Alexa, but either she's gonna be at Royal Rumble or she's gonna be in the Royal Rumble match, and she'll be the Raw Women's Champion coming in Raw Women's Champion, and like if she wins, she get to choose her opponents, which is actually clever. It's actually smart. Like a champion who's a champion enter the Royal Rumble match, and they win, and they pick who they want to face at WrestleMania. And knowing Bianca, it's gonna be Charlotte or Rhea if she wins, because those are the two people that she wants to face at WrestleMania, and the two people that she's been very vocal about. But I think that her goal, she wants to beat all four horsewomen, and she beat three out of the four. She beat Sasha Banks at WrestleMania 37, the main event, and she beat Bianca. Then Bianca beat Becky at the WrestleMania 38, and then beat Bayley this year, or beat her for the SmackDown Women's Championship last year at Backlash and Hell in a Cell, and then for this year for the Raw Women's Championship at Extreme Rules and Crown Jewel. So yeah, I think she wants Charlotte, and then after Charlotte, Rhea Ripley is someone next on her opponents, and then probably Ronda. So yeah, so yeah, and then we had Becky versus Bayley, but Becky cut a very awesome promo before the match. Was talking about like how just a very passionate promo was like how Becky and Bayley came up basically alike at WWE. Um, when they were baby faces, people doubted them, underestimated them. People never thought that they were going to be like main eventers. Everybody knew that Sasha Banks and Charlotte was going to be main eventers, but people never saw that potential in Bayley or in Becky. So, but they both rised up, and they became the four horsewomen that everybody knows and loves now, or everyone knows and hates. So like they rise to the top. But she was saying like, but the difference between me and you always had help. You always had people to help you rise up to the top. I did it by myself. With Bayley, because it was with Sasha Banks, and then now with Damage Control with Becky, she did it all by herself. And she's like, in August 1st, 2022, when I got injured and was supposed to leave for injury, she said like something that me and you are different in, Bayley, is that if I stabbed you in the back, you would know it would be me. And if you knew I was gonna stab you in the back, you would know that I would do it alone. With you wasn't the one who was holding the knife. You had Io and Dakota be the ones, and you were just there watching them. And so that's when Becky was like, "That's how I know, I'm. You're scared of me. You know what would happen if we and you were one-on-one by ourselves. Who would help you then? No one." So, and then when that so really awesome promo. Um, this was a good match, a 5-star match. I love this match. This was a awesome 5-star match. 5-star match. Like this was one of the best match. And perfect women's match to end the year of 2022. Becky versus. I'm surprised they didn't have this match at WrestleMania. Like this was WrestleMania match worthy, or the main event. And if they want to run it back, they can. But no, but this was an awesome match. Now I was shocked. I thought Becky was going to win this match, but Becky did not win. It was Bayley, which that was shocking. very, very shocking that Bayley won. But it was still a good match, a 5-star match. But Bayley won. Wow, I'm still shocked on that one. I'm still shocked. I thought it was gonna be Becky. But so I guess this is confirmed that they wasn't. I think the Becky and Bayley and Damage Control is going to be in the Women's Royal Rumble. They're not gonna have a match at Royal Rumble. So Becky does have a, and Becky is one of my, she is one of my picks to win the Women's Royal Rumble 2023. Bayley is too. Um, and Bianca is still one of my picks to win the Royal Rumble because this is a kind of a nicer way of confirming that Bianca not gonna be defending her Raw Women's Champion because I think they're gonna have 5 matches for Royal Rumble. Roman versus Kevin for the Universal Championship, Ronda versus Raquel for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and then there's rumors going around Edge is going to come back to fight Demon Finn Balor in a Hell in a Cell match, and then the two Royal Rumble matches, and those are an hour and whatever minutes, but those matches is an hour, so total Royal Rumble matches will be at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view matches. It'll be total of 5. Last year it was total of 6. But this year will be total of 5. And that's why I think that's why they're having Austin Theory and Bianca defend their championships. Because that's basically confirming that they defend their championship once a year. I mean, once a month. And their once a month was in the beginning of January. So, yeah. And then the main event was the Usos versus Seth versus Kevin. This was an awesome 5-star match. Austin Theory, well, the OC came out because Solo Sikoa was going to try to help the Bloodline win, and then the OC came out, but the Usos did a suicide dive, and then Seth did a suicide dive on them, and then that's when Austin Theory, out of the crowd, just clocked Seth with the United States Championship and knocked him out for the rest of the match. But then Kevin Owens did the Papa Powerbomb and got the win for the team. And then Sami Zayn came out and things like that, just stare down and things like that. And then they was confirming that next Monday is they're not gonna have a Monday Night Raw. They're gonna have like something. They're gonna show like the best of 2022 of Monday Night Raw, like they did last year for SmackDown. But I didn't watch it. I may watch it or may not. So who knows? I'm not sure. But yeah, for their final Monday Night Raw episode was amazing. Like it was awesome. Like overall, Monday Night Raw for me was 5 stars, no doubt. Overall 5-star, perfect way to end 2022. So I'm kind of excited for how they're gonna end Friday Night SmackDown. How Friday Night SmackDown, the final SmackDown for 2022, gonna be. I know they have Roman and Sami teaming up versus Kevin Owens and John Cena. And I'll definitely be watching that SmackDown. But yep, that is it for my Monday Night Raw final review episode. Let me know what is yours on the comment section down below. Hope everyone has a good night and Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.